He needed to tap.
Dude, have you ever heard of the speaking of like crazy feats? So I just got back from that Big Fish Foundation thing where I did 30 hours straight of basically just kicking my own ass. With Tosh, right? So Tosh has Brian Sean Tosh has the Big Fish Foundation. Super awesome.
Professional self-ass kicker, by the way.
Yeah,
Never go anywhere with Tosh. You know that there's going to be a lot of ass kicking.
Tosh is the fucking man. And he's doing a lot of awesome stuff for vets and mental health and things like that. And so we did this we do this Diesel Day thing this is the second one. Super cool. 30 hours, 3-hour increments. A vet and an athlete. It was me, James Hobart, Carlene Matthews, Barista Mayfield, and a guy named Mike Long. And then he had 6 vets, one from each branch. You paired up for 3-hour increments with each vet twice. For an hour and a half of it, you'd have to do this 1.2 mile loop with this huge hill and carry logs up the hill to get points and stuff like that. The other hour and a half, you did echo bike and burpees or rowing sandbags. Super awesome. It was great. You kind of, you definitely felt like up and down struggles, kind of like veterans do, where you go through highs and lows of people who are transitioning out of the military. So great cause, great event. But really what I was going with this was because we were talking about them circling around the Great Britain or swimming around Great Britain. He's doing that thing called the fuck is it called? Where you row across the Atlantic Ocean with 4 people. The Tolson whiskey or something like that. I can't think of the exact term, but so it's 4 dudes and they row from Portugal, I believe, to somewhere in the Caribbean, like northern South America. And the record's 28 days or something like that, and they're going to try to break the record. It's him, it's Tosh, 2 former SEALs, and someone else, I can't remember who. But they're going to...
But you do it on an erg? You do it on...
No, you do this in the ocean, brother.
Oh,
yeah, you're in the ocean.
You swim, or you row across the Atlantic Ocean. And
so I met the guy. I met the guy that set the record. He was one of the guys on the team that set the record.
No shit.
It was
on what team?
The guy that set the record for the 28-hour across.
Oh, where did you meet him?
28 days. 28
days.
Yeah, 28 days.
I was over at WIT in London, and he happened to be there. And I'm like, what? Look, why? Why do that? And he was like, wanted to see if we could. I was like, okay, good enough.
They're gonna do. So it's 4 guys, right?
Holy
you're in
shit.
you're in a rowboat, but it's a little bit bigger. It definitely has a bigger draft, and they have a little room for where you would sleep because they're gonna do 2 hours on, 2 hours off for fucking 28 days of rowing, in an ocean.
I think it was Tosh that. I think it may have been him. I forget which one, but they were talking about. I'm like, and you do you have a follow boat that's bringing you? And he's like, nope. You pack everything in, you're out there by yourself. And I forget if it was Tosh or the other guy that I was like, how do you, what is your motivation? You have to want to quit, or just go. You have to want to slow something. And he's like, you want to go in 24 days? You pack 24 days worth of food.
I wonder how how you steer, right? How are you keeping a bearing on that thing? Because in a rowboat, right, you're rowing backwards.
So you don't go to Africa?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're in the middle of the night, out in the middle of the ocean, that's fucking.
How many wasted strokes are there? How many wasted strokes?
I have to assume they have a GPS or something, right?
Yeah, they have to, right? And then, but I'm thinking, I look at him, I go, you're going to sleep only 2-hour increments at a time for 28 days. I'm like, your brain is going to be so messed up from that, dude. You're going to get off that. You're going to need 6 months to recover. Where you can try to get your brain back to kind of being normal.
But I feel like.
So I have a question, Matt, real quick.
Yeah.
So the guy you met at WIT is going to do it again, and this time with Tosh, and they're going to try to break the record?
No. The guy I met at WIT just finished it. I think he's the one who set the 28-day record.
Okay.
Yeah, Tosh and them aren't doing it until the end of 2022. Like it's like December 2022 is when it kicks off.
If I see a picture of this boat, will I be like, "What the fuck?" Like it's really just a rowboat?
No, it's a good sized boat.
And does that?
If I'm
gonna try to
thinking
look it
about
up.
the
I'm gonna
right
try to look
one,
it up and send it to you.
And there's so there's never a time when all 4 dudes are rowing at the same time.
No.
It's always 3 dudes.
I think it's just always 2.
2.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
So
I'm gonna try
2
to.
dudes
Oh, there
row
it is.
for.
Talisker.
Hey, that's 12.
It's called Talisker Whiskey, Atlantic Rowing Challenge.
And do they have a picture of the
I'm gonna
boat?
send you one right now. Yeah.
But Josh, I know it's not straight sleep, but it's still 12 hours of sleep a day.
It's so different, bro.
All right, I'm looking this up. Talisker whiskey.
My God, would you? So Josh, how was that?
I mean, this
thing?
is-
You're getting up there in age. You stayed up for 30 hours. Did you like that?
I thought it was really cool because even though I've done stuff like that before, it's still different, and like you definitely always need to like challenge yourself. I just sent to you.
Did you have lows?
I definitely did. So I was really good until hour 18. I was feeling like amazing. I was actually like impressed with myself. I'm thinking in my head like, damn, I feel really good up to hour 18. And hour 18, I fell off hard, and I was like, I went to a place where I was like, I don't fucking want to do this anymore. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just like, I literally was in my head like, I don't fucking care anymore. If we do 1 lap, I'll be just fine instead of 3, which is typically what we were doing. And I had to feed off of everyone. Everyone else was staying pretty positive. It seemed like, and it all like whenever you get into these low spots and these low points in your life, whatever you want to call it, you always feel like you're alone. And I think that this is really what Tosh is like trying to push, and also the fact that like you don't make hard decisions, for like talking about like suicide awareness, right? You don't make hard, big decisions at your lowest moments in life or even at your highest moments in life. You don't ever make those big, drastic decisions there, because that's what happens, right? We'll have, servicemen and women who get out and they just lose their purpose, I guess is a good way to put it. And, and they end up.
When you say you don't, you're saying you shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
you shouldn't. You
sure.
shouldn't make these big, hard decisions at your lowest points or even your highest points. And so this challenge is the kind of a way to be like, hey, like, everyone's battling some shit right now at this moment. So you can't just be like, oh, poor me. It's my, it's only me. You're in this together, and sometimes you have to ask for help, and that's kind of what he's trying to show by these challenges. And it's really, really cool. It's a really a good event, and like I said, even though I've done stuff like this, it was very, very for me. I definitely needed it. It needed a reminder of it, and it was really good. And I took away.
Oh wow!
I took away a lot from it, so it was awesome. So I really enjoyed it, and just a really cool event. And after actually at around hour 22 or 23, I kind of came back and I started to feel really, really good again, where I was like, fuck, let's go 60 hours. Like it was not that I really wanted to, but I felt good.
What time of day do you start?
We started at 9 a.m. So I actually,
you're finishing midday the next day.
Yeah, it was like 3 p.m. midday the next day. And I actually thought, because I remember, when I did this shit in Hell Week and stuff like that, it was when the sun came up, you got a big boost. Mm-hmm. And it was actually when the sun came up is when I started to feel shitty. I was like, I think I got behind on my hydration and nutrition, where I stayed really vigilant and really like on top of it during the day before. I was like, I got to eat. I got to make sure I'm putting food in my body. I got to make sure I'm hydrating, because because we're also doing this at 8,000 feet. This is in Boulder, Colorado, in the mountains. And so super easy to get dehydrated up there. And so I feel like I lost that a little bit, and that really definitely like started to play into like my body started to feel really shitty. Once I turned it around, though, it was good. But yeah, man, it was a great experience,
And you weren't really looking forward to it, right? I'm just speculating that you weren't, because like you're comfortable at home, you have your kids, and now you're leaving to do this 30-hour thing. I mean, it's all charity. I mean, I know you're a good dude, but still, you have to. There's nothing in it for you except giving.
Yeah, I wasn't
like, you didn't sell Good Dudes coffee there, right?
No, but we did. But Good Dudes did sponsor it. We definitely did, we gave away some.
Oh, so you lost money? What a shit show!
Nah, man, it was great.